Hey everyone, Regina here from StarterPPC. Today I want to talk to you about the most direct way that you can make more money on each of your marketing dollars. And this mostly applies to e-commerce companies because I'm talking about very direct ways of making more money on the website. I'll have to do another video someday for lead generation businesses and talk about upselling and things like that later on. But for lead gen, just know the biggest missed opportunity that I see and the most direct way to solve a low return issue with your ads is to focus on average order value. You might think to yourself, well, my average order value is pretty average. Like people are buying the products that I want them to buy, and it's standard for my industry to make this much. That may be true, but just know this. The competitors that have pulled out all the stops on getting their average order value up, they are the ones that are setting the price of a click for your industry, right? So if for every dollar they spend, they can make more on the back end because a percentage of their accounts are buying 3 products instead of 2, or 2 products instead of 1, then they can afford to pay more for that click, get that top rank on their ads, get all those favorite keywords that we all want to rank for, but they're expensive because the competitors are setting the cost per click out of reach. So unfortunately, if your competitors are able to find ways to raise the average order value even a little bit, it directly impacts how much they can afford to pay for a click, and it directly impacts your return. Because if you can't afford to pay the same amount for that click, you have to bid. You're going to show up lower on the page. Your click-through rates are going to be lower. You might get people that are less motivated to buy, right? Because they scrolled all the way down the page before they found your ad, which means your conversion rate's gonna be lower. I mean, there's a spiral effect basically for not being able to afford the most expensive keywords. So always, always, always make sure you're pulling out all the stops, just like your most successful competitors are currently doing, to raise your average order value. I'm gonna walk you guys through one of our clients, and we're going to do an analysis in real time to see whether they're pulling out all the stops to raise their average order value. Okay, so let's see. Let's go into one of the shopping campaigns. So I'm going to click on this PMax campaign here, Performance Max, click on products. And what I like to do usually is I just like to kind of sort by cost. I do this because I want to start analyzing the products that are spending the most money, right? If they're going to be spending the most money, they probably have the most amount of clicks. I mean, not necessarily, but probably way up there. They probably are a best-selling product. Again, not always, but they're up there. Well, bottom line, if they're spending money, I want to make sure that that product is perfect. So I'm going to sort by cost over here. You can just click on the column to sort it. And I can see that this one, Enchanted Willow Vine Lights, is by far the top one. Look at that, 585 clicks compared to all these others. Next best on my screen here is this product. So I would do probably one of these next. Anyway, so the first thing that I do is I click on the product. It shows me a preview. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend that I am a customer who's looking for Enchanted Willow Vine Lights. Let's say I went to Google and I searched for vine lights, right? Or like pretty fairy lighting for my room. So whatever it is that they searched for, and they get 30 different results from all your competitors, right? All of them selling different types of pretty fairy vine lights. And let's say they click on 5 of them. They're like, oh, this one's cheap. Oh, this one's pretty. Oh, this one's the one I was imagining in my head. So they right-click, open in a new tab, right-click, open in a new tab, right? So you have a lot of competition. You have to catch their attention right away. And not only that, but you also have to try to make the most money from that sale. Or again, the cost that you paid for all these clicks, these 585 clicks, will not bring the return that you need. So we're going to click through this ad preview over to the product landing page. And we're going to pretend that we are a customer and we have 5 other tabs open from 5 other competitors with different types of lights. Maybe we clicked on this one because it was the cheapest. Maybe we clicked on this one because something in the image caught our eyes. We don't know. But first thing that you see is the image. So they're going to start clicking through, right? So make sure you have some good images up there. The next thing they're going to do is think, well, they might think, okay, I wonder how long this is, right? So where's the description? What I'm seeing right now is a lot of empty space. And the empty space is, I'm bringing up the empty space for a reason, because there's a lot of opportunities that you can do to try to get the sale or to try to get people to buy more than one product. And none of those opportunities are going to do well if people have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. So making sure that you're not wasting space, you're spreading things across the width of the page so that you're preventing people from having to scroll too much is key. Because let me scroll down and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. First of all, I see a buy more and get a discount. This looks like a basic app that just says if you buy 2, you get 5%. If you buy 3, you get 15%. I think this type of thing is good to have. I don't have any data to tell you whether this increases the conversion rate or not. This particular app, I think, is not implemented in the best way. I think that these boxes are a little bit strange looking and need to be updated. And I also think that this is easily missed. I would put this up here, up here somehow at the top, like buy 2 doesn't change the price by 5%. I just clicked on 2. I changed it to 2. It didn't change the price. So I think a developer could make this a little more seamless and actually save this space, right? You could just write it up here, buy 2 and get a discount. And then when people change it to 2, it changes the price. So that would be ideal. Again, the description needs to take up less space. Make it full width, you guys. The less scrolling, the better. There are 5 other competitor pages that this person has to go look at still. So you want them to get to your important stuff as soon as they can. The important stuff is going to be the you may also like section. I know we've all seen these sections. I really think they're effective because if somebody has landed on this product because it's the cheapest, you can show them a more expensive version of a similar product and they might think, you know what, I actually like that product better. I don't mind spending a little bit more. Now you've done a cross-sell or an upsell. I'm not sure what the official term is for that. In the you may also like section, which I actually don't see here. Let's see if it's at the bottom of the page. No, there is no you may also like section. So that definitely needs to be added to the page. You guys, if you don't have a you may also like section, you are missing out. So in addition to showing people more expensive versions of the same product, you can also show them complementary products, right? So you might want to spend some time in your you may also like section, customizing what is appearing for each of your best selling and high margin products. So you might want to show, for example, if someone's looking for some fairy vine lights for their living room, they might also want some other lighting options like hanging lights that kind of match, right? That kind of go along with it. They also might want, some nice other decor for their living room. Maybe that's just where their mindset is. Maybe they're preparing for a big event, right? So that's like a complementary product. If people buy both the lights and the other product, even 10% of the people that land decide to buy 2 products instead of 1 because of this section, you now have a significant leg up over the competitors who aren't doing that, right? All the other competitors in your industry won't be able to afford the clicks that you can afford. So you will start to rank better in your ads. You will start to get higher click-through rates because of that rank, and you'll start to get higher conversion rates because the people who click on ads at the top of the page tend to be more motivated to buy than the people who click on ads at the bottom of the page. So make sure you have a you may also like section. I don't know. I'm on the fence between putting it above the reviews and below the reviews. I'm tempted to put it above the reviews, but I also feel that's a little awkward. I guess if it's a skinny section, you could squeeze it in above and see how that feels for you. If you decide to go with putting it below, I would just limit, if you can, make your review section take up less space. Like maybe have a see more button so that the review section is a skinny section and people can immediately see the you may also like section right below your reviews. But again, I don't think it's horrible above that. That's how Amazon does it, right? When you are looking at a product, they have like 2 or 3 you may also like sections. Actually, they have 2 above the reviews and 1 below the review. I know because I spend a lot of time on Amazon. I like this, free shipping when you spend over $50. If you don't have like a basic banner at the top encouraging people to increase their average order value, definitely get that. You can also have a pop-up that encourages people to spend money, because a lot of people tune this out. So you could have, for example, this same call to action in a pop-up. My only recommendation is not to have the pop-up happen right away, like before people have a chance to look at the product. I would have it pop up when they start to scroll, right? So when they're about halfway down the page, maybe you pop up and say, hey, by the way, you get free shipping if you spend over $50. And you want to choose that $50, or in this case, 50 euros, by looking at the average amount of money that people spend on your site and then picking something just slightly above that, right? So if most people are spending $45, make them spend $50. That'll force them to get 2 products instead of 1 if they want that free shipping. Hi there, quick interruption. Do you know the main thing that prevents small business owners from getting their Google Ads account into a position to grow and scale? Budget. A lot of businesses, especially those that are just starting out, have limited budgets. And so because of this, they're turned away by most ad agencies, because most ad agencies have minimum budget thresholds that they're willing to work with. So what happens is the business owners end up learning Google Ads themselves. And the problem with that is that most of the advice online is geared towards larger accounts. And the advice doesn't have any of those strategies or tricks that can kickstart the algorithm into giving a small account a leg up over larger competitors. So it often just doesn't work, and the business just ends up losing money month over month. If this sounds familiar, StarterPPC can help. We offer Google Ads management services that are designed for accounts that have between $1,000 and $5,000 budgets. And because all of our clients are just starting out, we've come up with ways to keep our management fees significantly lower than most agencies. Because we know that every dollar saved on management fees just goes towards the ad budget, which is going to help the algorithm gather speed and power. So if you're serious about growing your business and you'd like a team of Google Ads experts to help you without breaking the bank, check us out at starterppc.com. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, I think that's that for now. You can also, what I've seen in websites, well, I'm not sure that this really goes with the average order value, but you can pull in like images from affiliates or images from your Instagram of people using this product. So in addition to having images from customer reviews, you can have a section that shows people in real life making use of the product. And I always think that helps increase the conversion rate, but not necessarily the average order value. So that's that. Make sure you're pulling out all the stops to increase your average order value. Oh, something I forgot to mention. Always, always, always have a menu at the top of your page. I think most e-commerce sites do, but I'm just making sure. You guys want to encourage people to browse, right? So if they're just landing on a product page and there's no other categories to catch their eye, maybe they're like, oh yeah, I have been looking for a crystal bracelet lately. Maybe while I'm here, I'll just go and check that section out, right? So you want to have a couple of categories enticing people to browse around. A sale category is always good to have for those budget shoppers who are always going to check the sale rack on their way out. Yeah, frequently asked questions, reviews. I love this. Although it's strange that the reviews are duplicated. So I think this website needs a little bit of help there. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Make sure you're pulling out all the stops to increase your average order value. It is the most direct way to make more money on every dollar you spend on your ads. So it raises your media efficiency ratio, your MER, right away, overnight. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We're going to dive right in. And the topic for today, the discussion topic, is going to be MER, Media Efficiency Ratio. And what MER is, Media Efficiency Ratio, is, think of it like company ROAS. So all cash spend out on paid media versus all revenue in.